Hi friends, Miss B here. Today we are getting ready to get started on Math Day 1 of your e-learning math packet. So I will need you to take out that math packet and flip to page number 3. Flip to page number 3 for me. Page number 3 of your e-learning math packet looks just like this. I'll give you a second to get there. Page number 3 for the first day. All right, now that we're there, I want to talk a little bit about our objective. Remember, an objective is just what we're trying to learn today. So our objective today is to solve math problems by making a 10. When we make a 10, we pull things from other numbers in order to make a 10 plus blank number sentence. And I'll show you in just a second how we do that. If we go back to our worksheet, you'll see that the very first problem that we're working with today is 8 plus 2 equals blank. So, on my board, I'd like to take my 10 frame, and we call this a 10 frame because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little squares. We call that a 10 frame. So I'm going to build the very first number in our problem, which is the number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm all finished building the very first number, 8. Now I need to build the second number, 2. So I'm going to take 1, 2, and put it down here in the second 10 frame. To make this a 10 sentence, 10 plus sentence, what I would need to do is I would need to pull these over here. 1, 2. And my sentence now becomes 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 0 equals 10. It's much easier to solve 10 plus 0 than it is 8 plus 2. Now, some of you might be thinking, why are we doing this the long way? Well, this is a strategy that you're going to use when we get to really big numbers, like 2-digit numbers. Making a 10 and starting with 10 plus a number is always going to be easier than starting with another number. So let's try a different problem. But first, let's go back to our worksheet. And I'm going to type in the answer to our problem. I found out that 8 plus 2 equals 10. All right. On our worksheet, I also see that our next problem is 8 plus 3. Very close to the first one. 8 plus 3. Since it's so close to the first one, I have some of my work already done for me. I start out by building the very first number, which is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Next, I have to build the 3, the second number. So I'm going to put that down here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now I have to add these numbers together, but I have to try to make a 10. So the way that I do that is, see I have 2 left right here? I would need to steal 2 dots, 1, 2, from this number down here to complete my 10 frame. See how I stole those 2 dots down here from my 3, 1, 2, 3. I stole 2 of them in order for me to make a 10. What I can do over here to show what I did is make a number bond. From my 3, I stole how many? 2, exactly. I stole 2 dots from my 3. And how many was I left with? Just 1. You've got it. Just 1. So now I can create a plus 10 sentence. I can take this 8 and this 2, this 8 and this 2, and we know that that made 10. Okay, I've got my 10. I've got my 10 plus whatever's left over, which was just that 1, and I get 11. So 8 plus 3 equals 11, but 8 plus 3 is the exact same thing as 10 plus 1. They both get 11, except this one is a number sentence that starts as 10 plus. Let's go back to our worksheet, and now we know that 8 plus 3 is actually the same thing as 10 plus 1, and they both equal 11. Okay, let's try a few more. I'm going to skip number 3. That one is pretty easy, and I'm going to go over to number 4. Erasing my board, clearing my 10 frame. All right. It looks like number 4 on my worksheet says 6 plus 8. All right. Okay. Now it's going to be time for me to build those two numbers. You know what I'm going to do? Usually I build the first number first, but I already have the 8 dots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to skip that part because I've already got the 8 circles for my first 10 frame, and now I'm just going to build the 6 down below because I have to build each number. And I know that you don't have 10 frames at home like I do, but this is just to give you a good idea of how we are making a 10 plus sentence. Remember, I've already got my 8 circles in the first 10 frame. Now it's time for me to make my 6 in the second 10 frame. I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, I've got my 8 circles up here. I've got my 6 circles down here. Now I need to figure out, let's look at this one. I have 8 up at the top. How many more circles would I need to steal from the 6 down here to give me a complete 10 frame? Let's take a look at this. How many more circles would I need to steal from this 6 down here to give me a complete 10 frame? I hope that you said 2. All I would need to do is take 1, 2. Now I have 10 up at the top, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a perfect 10 up at the top. In order to make that perfect 10 up at the top, do you remember how many I had to steal from, Do you remember how many I had to steal from the 6 below? Yeah, I had to steal 2 from the 6 below. That left me with 4. Okay, now I've got my number bond. We can also call this a fact family. Basically, the bottom 2 circles should always equal up to the top. Okay, I'm going to take my 8 plus 2, my 8 plus these 2 that I stole, and that's going to give me 10. That's perfect because that's what I was looking for. I was looking to create a number sentence that starts with 10, and that's exactly what I did. Now I take the 10 plus the 4 that are left, And now my new number sentence is going to be 10 plus 4. Most of you guys know what 10 plus 4 is. It's a pretty easy number sentence to solve. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. So we can take our pencils and we can go back to the page, go back to number 4 on our e-learning packet, and we figured out that 6 plus 8 is actually the same thing as 10 plus 4. And 10 plus 4 equals 14. So 6 plus 8 equals 14. But if we put that into a plus 10 sentence, we get 10 plus 4 equals 14. All right, I think we have time to do one more. So we're going to skip number 5. That one's pretty easy. I'll let you work on that one at home by yourself. The last one we'll do together is number 6. Number 6 is 7 plus 5 equals blank. Let me go ahead and peel these off because the first number I need to build with my circles is the number 7. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've got one too many. So I need to peel this one off. All right, now I've built my first number, which was 7. I've got to build my second number, which is 5. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I've built my second number, which is 5. Now I have to decide. I want to fill this whole frame up so that I can have 10 circles up at the top. Right now I only have 7. How many more would I need to steal from this 5 down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many would I need to steal so that I have a full 10 frame up top? Well, I'd need to steal 1, 2, 3. When I do that, I can come over here to my number bond, and I pulled out 1, 2, 3 from my 5 that I had down at the bottom, and that left me with 2. Now all I have to do is make a plus 10 sentence. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I added my 7 green dots plus my 3 orange dots, I got 10 for my 10 frame up top, 10 up top, and how many were left down below? Just 2. Now I have created a plus 10 sentence. 10 plus 2, 10, 11, and 12. All right, let's go back to our worksheets just really quickly. For number 6, we know that 7 plus 5 is the same thing as 10 plus 2. Remember when we made that new number sentence? And we know that 10 plus 2 is 12. So 7 plus 5 is actually 12, just like 10 plus 2 is 12. All right, we're going to stop right there today, friends. I'd like you to finish the rest of this worksheet today. Try, if you'd like to make 10 frame drawings on your paper, go for it if you have some scratch paper. If you would like to try on a notebook, you can try using the number bonds and pulling out the numbers. But most of all, I would really like you to try to make our number sentences into 10 plus sentences today. That's why our objective was to make a 10. We stole some of the pieces from our other numbers so that we can make a 10. So go ahead and finish your worksheet. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a dojo message. Good luck, friends.